Hello everyone. Well, Vicki and I have chosen to use a new paper this week. We're going to be using the Inked Botanicals DSP. I love this paper. I used it for my new catalog try-it class. I just did classes online and in person using this paper. This paper is gorgeous. So for today's card, I am using, which paper did I choose? I'm using this paper. I call it the sprocket paper because it looks like sprockets to me. I'm pairing it with the Inked and Tiled bundle, and I'll be using this image, Hello Friend, this punch. I will also be using the, I call this the crosshatch embossing folder. It's a set of 3 that's in the online exclusives. So that's how you get it. I love this one. All right, I'm also going to be using the Petal Pink ink. I know this doesn't look like it is. It's this color, but this faded. I don't know why, but it did. All right, so for my card today, I am starting with a piece of Petal Pink that is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of white that's 4 by 5 1/4. I have another piece of Petal Pink that is 2.5 by 4. My pattern paper is 2 by 4. I have a scrap of white and a scrap of Petal Pink. So take and pause this, take your screenshot, and craft along with me. So let me get started. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to stamp my sentiment on here because I'm going to emboss it, and I want it stamped before I emboss it. So I'm going to take my Hello Friend, all right, and I need a scrap piece of paper. I've got one here. Let me see. Only because I need to see if it's straight. And it is. Now this paper has Petal Pink and Calypso Coral. So I'm going to try the Petal Pink, but if it's not dark enough, I may have to go to Calypso Coral. There we go. I think that'll work. We'll see once I emboss it. All right, now that I've got that stamped, I'm going to emboss this. Now, when you emboss with your embossing folder, you put the front side up and you close it. And we have a line at the bottom that's really great for getting it lined up straight. So let me emboss this. Okay, there you go. You always stamp before you emboss because you can't stamp on embossed paper. All right, that needs to go onto my card base. So I'm going to take and attach this. And I'm going to use some double-sided tape because this is embossed, and I always use my double-sided tape when I emboss something. All right, so let me get this. All right. Okay. All right. And I hope you've enjoyed Vicky's and my shares using pattern paper. We are using the pattern papers that are on sale. If you've missed any of the videos, you can always go back and see. One week we used the Bright and Beautiful. Another week we used, I'm not certain what we used. I can't remember. So, but this week, this is the one we're using. And then what I will do is I also use it when I do some other things. So if I do some other creating and designing, I use it for that. So there's the card base. The next thing we need to do is we need to add our pattern paper to our cardstock that matches. Now, if you're new to my channel, like my video. If you see something you like, I list all the supplies below. You can click on it and add it to your cart. I appreciate your support of my small business. And then I'm going to put this one on with tear and tape also, because it's going to go on here. Let's see, what else? Oh, don't forget to share. I reached 500. I want to keep going to see if I can get to 600. I'm taking it 100 and in increments of 100 at a time. And I would love to reach 1,000, so I'm just going to keep working until I get there, and then I'll go from there. I appreciate your support so much. I am starting, and I don't know if you see it, but I am starting when I log or call up YouTube that my videos are showing up in their feed, which really made me so excited. Okay, now the only thing you have to be careful of is if your paper has a direction, before you glue it down, check out that direction. And this is going to go on like so. So not all the way to the bottom. So we've got the base made. Now it's time to make our fun, and I forgot 2 things. Darn. All right. I'm going to take that stamp. So I will be looking for it. Like so. And I've stamped it there, but okay, never mind. I need to change this because I don't want that the same color. So give me a minute to clean this and get my markers. Okay, I want the center of this darker, so I'm going to use my Calypso Coral marker to color. Have you ever tried coloring your image with your markers? It's one of my favorite techniques to use. I have a number, but I love this one because you can get multicolored stamps. And since we have 2 sides to the paper, all right, you know what? That's not dark enough. So I'm going to modify again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ink it up with the petal pink because it will be darker. And then I will take my Calypso Coral and do just the center of the flower. Let's see if this one works. Yes, it did. This will lighten up some. So there we have it. Now we're going to use this punch, and I love the fact that you can punch this image out with this punch. So that's something that another demonstrator shared, and then I'm going to punch one out of that I didn't know about. And you know what? I don't have any gems. Oh my gosh. I have to tell you, I'm a little distracted. I have been looking for a new puppy, and I tried several places and I wasn't getting success. The first one that I saw that I loved, the lady had a lot going on and she never got back to me. Well, I sent her a text. And guess what? She contacted me and I got the puppy. So I'm going to have a new puppy in like 2 months. So let me get this on with dimensionals and then I'll go find some embellishments to put on here. All right. This is going to go on there. And I added the background because it just kind of adds something. I think it makes it a really fun flower. So this is I love this punch. I'll be honest. I really do. The other one's okay, but this one I love. I just love the shape of it. Let me see what I can find for embellishments. Okay, I decided to use festive pearls, and the reason being is I was going to do petal pink ones, but I wanted something that would sparkle. Ooh, that doesn't go, I don't want that there. And this does. Now these are all the same size. Move this off so you don't have to worry about different sizes. Okay, so there we go. And there's my first card with inked and tiled pattern paper. And don't forget to decorate the inside of your card and your envelope. It really carries the whole theme all the way through. Now, don't forget to go check out what Vicki created. I have linked hers below, and she will, she will be using the same paper, but hers will be a different layout. So come back on Tuesday, and I'll have another idea for you. Have a super sensational Sunday. Bye.